Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in my Disco Elysium game. I thought that last session was just going to be like a quick wrap-up thing, like a couple hours in and out, here we go, like the violent confrontation happened, the bloodbath that everything in the building to occurred, and I thought there was just going to be some denouement and then the end, but no, apparently the game still expects me to finish solving the case without Kim at that. So I'm gonna keep puttering around here and see what else there is to see. Maybe I can actually check out the islets, actually. It's a yellow boat with a tarpaulin over it. Is that Lillian's boat? Is it still not available? Yeah, that whole shootout thing kind of, went badly and stuff. I mean, it could have been worse, but I get the definite feeling that there were a lot of things I could have / should have done differently. I mean, just run down the list here. I mean, first of all, there was the whole the dance, filling that role, yelling the slur at Kim, making him go away for the day. That kind of screwed up that whole day because I needed Kim to proceed with the plot. So I basically lost a whole day and just had to waste it just sitting there passing time. The fact that at one point I kind of ran out of things to do and just showed Courtney the picture of Lily, which might have accelerated the bloodbath occurring. That might have been an ill-advised oops. So there's that. And what else? There's also the shoot, there was another thing. Anyway, let's just move on with this.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I'm gonna go check out what new dialogue options there are here. I got shot.
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here.
No doubt.
Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
The woman chuckles to herself. My partner got shot too. He's still in the hospital. Or this is no time for jokes. Can't you see him in pain? Or I guess you're right. The men with guns were coming for me after all. I mean, this kind of isn't any of her problem, really. I'm just coming here and looking for sympathy, I guess. I don't know. I'm just picking these options just because it's new content. So here we go. My partner got shot too. He's still in the hospital.
What do you expect? Police officers get put into dangerous situations all the time. Sometimes they get shot. It's a rough trade you're in. Still, I'm sorry to hear about your partner. He seemed to be a decent enough sort.
Indeed. Guy was cramping my style. Every superstar goes solo in the end. Yeah. He was my half-brother. Yeah. I mean, that's the RCM, motto or something. He was alright, or I'm sorry I couldn't warn him in time. He was a prig who wouldn't dance with me? What? Wow, there's some real jerky options in here. Shall I be the sorry cop? I'm sorry I couldn't warn him in time. Wasn't there one of these thought cabinet things give me a bonus for rigorous self-critique, or isn't that the sorry cop thing? Yeah, I don't know. It's a toss-up between he's my half-brother and I'm sorry I couldn't warn him. Let's go with the sorry option.
I warn you. I warn you, men with guns will be coming after you. We always are with your kind.
She not soundly, her features soften.
So, be careful and don't be a hero.
Okay, goodbye, I'm off. Well, shall I go talk to Lily and see if I can use her boat finally? I mean, yeah, Diablo Graves made the comment in the VOD the other day that, oh, I wasn't, her boat wasn't ready because she said a couple of days, and she didn't actually mean two, even though couple technically means two. I mean, you know what they say, the happy couple, the married couple, are you two a couple? A couple means two, but, and 2 days elapsed. But I reviewed it, and she didn't say a couple. It was the visual. It was a visual calculus check, which specifically said 2 days. Well, it said at least 2 days. Um, so I took that to mean that I'd be able to use it in day 5. So yeah, I don't know. Now that we're at day 7, better be able to use the boat.
Officer Harry, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
You're not limping. You're you. She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
You seem angry. Why? Or I got shot in the foot. It was pretty bad. Badass. He would have liked it. In the foot? I thought he got shot in the leg. Well, I mean, he said. I mean, at the time it said explosion of pain from his pelvis. So, macabre. I don't merely exist in this world. I live in the between life and death. Some people hurt me, or I wanted to talk to you about something else. Your boat. We can get to the boat. Let's address what she's saying here. She's disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee. You seem angry. I mean, some part of me is tempted to go with exist in this world between life and death, etc. Because she did express some metaphysical ideas earlier. Maybe maybe that would appeal to her, but it's probably a bit late to try to really appeal to her. So let's address the emotion before we address the issue. You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
It's nothing. I was saying it's badass. I don't know. Some people hurt me.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
She's not letting it go that easy. You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital. Or I have a question for you. You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital. What is it? Is that referring to the Cornell folks? Did we get confirmation that one of them was in the hospital? We never found out what happened to DePaul. We didn't even get confirmation that Courtnaire died, for that matter. He got hit in the face, and he didn't, like, he went down, but he didn't die immediately. He had time to get another shot off. Like, Rude seemed to be down to the count. He took a shot in the eye. I mean, I can just wrap it up, or I can just, I guess I mean, like, he has to be talking about the Cornell folks, though, right? Because he can't be talking about the, like, the Hardy Boys and such, because there were a lot more than 2 that got killed. I mean, like, Angus died, Elizabeth died, what's his name? Blonde guy's name is escaping me right now. They're like four of them died, right? Like, they only had 3 left. and Kim is in the hospital. Anyway, I guess I'll pick this option just for the content's sake. I should see the guys who did in one hospital.
So you're a killer. That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
She nods solemnly. Most cops are killers. I was a killer long before this happened. I'm not a killer, I'm a cop. Or scoff in a masculine manner. I was a killer long before this happened. Do we know that? Does Harry remember his former life? I'm aware because I mean I never used the headlight on the ledger thing because apparently I didn't find out about it in time, but I did observe Llewellyn doing it in her playthrough that there's extra information about Harry's record. I think it's something like he'd killed 3 people in his 18 years on the force. But in this timeline, I don't think Harry knows that. I mean, unless he's remembering something. And Lurker Sayers here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hey chat. Anyway, I'm just gonna go with most cops are killers, I guess.
Aye, I bet they are. The good ones, at least.
If you say so. I would say probably the bad ones, probably the worst ones are killers for that matter. I mean, don't get me started on that topic. I mean, particularly when it comes to, I'm going to say, visible racial minorities, especially black people. You know, that's a whole thing. There are a ton of cases of cops shooting unarmed black people. That's why the whole Black Lives Matter movement exists. Yeah, which is bad enough without the fact that a lot of those cases don't get investigated unless there's like public pressure. And realistically, like anytime there's a police shooting, it should be investigated. It's like, why wouldn't you? And too often it's the case that here's where I'm getting on my soapbox here. Too often it's the case that they brush it off as, oh, it's just some thug. It doesn't matter. Hence the response, Black Lives Matter. You know, you know what I mean? Like it's yeah, I don't know. The line that the good cops are killers is just such an odd line to me. Because the bad cops are the killers, or at least, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna move on. I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
I need to get to that island. Point to it.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
She points to her skiff next to the jetty. Can I borrow your boat, or what's on? Yeah, like I say, good cops are killers. What? I've never heard that. Yeah, I know. I'm baffled by that line. It's what she said, though. I mean, so you're a killer. That's good, I guess. Better than being dead. Most cops are killers. I bet the good ones are, at least. Okay. What does it even mean? I don't know. That's why I'm confused. I would like to think that the good cops aren't the ones who immediately reach for their gun, you know? Like they have other avenues at their disposal. I mean, they're pepper spray or tasers or whatever, or, you know, some kind of combat training that doesn't involve drawing a gun and shooting people. I thought you were saying that people were saying in the BLM context. Oh, like real people? Oh, no. That's what I'm saying. That the character on the screen is saying that. That's why I'm confused. And WK is here. Welcome to the stream. Oh, hey, I made it to stream for once. Hooray! Yeah, and on the BLM context, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are folks on the other side of that conflict, you know, typically conservative folks who will brush it off as saying, "Oh, it's just a few bad apples that do that." Like you shouldn't, I don't know, tarnish the name of the cops by saying, "Oh, the cops are killers." So it's like, you know, even if it is a few bad apples, you get rid of those bad apples. You don't, you know, like you don't brush it off as like, whatever, and like not give them consequences for it. You know? Yeah, that threw me. Yeah. And the line still throws me, but at least I'm not thinking that a real person, people slash people are saying that. Yeah, exactly. um, yeah. But whatever. Anyway. Yeah. But what I'm trying to get at is though just it's not just bad that the cops are shooting unarmed people. It's the higher ups who let them get away with it without any consequences. You know, and frequently don't even bother investigating unless there's public pressure, like there's some kind of public outcry or whatever. Like a lot of those high profile cases, like oh jeez, I got like a dozen of them rattling around my brain. The cop who George Floyd still in jail. I I'm not actually sure about that. But that was one of the cases where he initially didn't suffer consequences until there was a public outcry about it. But yeah, George Floyd is one of the more recent cases. It's the only one that comes to mind. I don't think they're going unpunished. Oh yeah, I mean they're just okay, like I don't know, Tamir Rice, John Crawford, shoot, there are a bunch of names. I'm drawing a blank now. I used to be able to. I'm out of touch with social justice circles. I guess I've something Garner. Is it Eric Garner, the guy, the I Can't Breathe guy? Also choked to death by police, similar to George Floyd, coincidentally enough. Or, if I'm not misremembering the names. John Crawford was a guy who was playing with a toy gun in a Walmart and someone shot him. Tamir Rice was a kid who was playing with a BB gun in a park and police shot him. What's the name of the other guy? I'm trying. Michael Brown was another one. Shoot. He did get into a scuffle with the like got into a physical confrontation, but then got shot when he was running away. Eric Garner, is that the right name? Am I getting it right? That's right. Bear with me. Yeah, it is Eric Garner. Okay. I was briefly. Also, welcome to the stream, Negative Zero. If the name James Garner came to mind first, and I was like, no, that's the Rockford Files guy. But it's the only one that comes to mind. I don't think they're going to. Sorry, I want to learn more about this. Tamir Rice, yeah, and John Crawford. Is John Crawford, Crawford? is the guy's name. He was shot while he was in a Walmart. I wasn't aware that we were lacking in justice for bad apples. I want to read up on them. I have the names right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Michael Brown is another one. He was the guy. I mean, like he had just robbed a convenience store, but he was nevertheless he was an unarmed guy who was running away when the police officer shot him. I think it was shot him like 7 times too, like 5 in the torso, twice in the head. Who else? There are others. There's like if you go further back, there was the guy the guy that Zimmerman killed. What was his name? Can you think? Yeah. I mean, there are lots of cases. I mean, like you can just Google like unarmed black people shot by police, and you can get or killed by police. I suppose you'll get a whole list of them. A lot of cases, the initial response was they didn't bother investigating it, but then there was a public outcry, and the investigation, like they didn't actually investigate until people said, like, no, really, you should be investigating this, you know. The higher ups' initial response was to just ignore it, brush it off. It's like whatever, just some thug, who cares, you know. It's and really, like, realistically, that like investigating a police shooting should be an automatic thing, you know. Like they shouldn't need public pressure to do it. They should just do it. And there's just too much of, you know, people covering for each other and like protecting people who shouldn't be protected, you know, going on within the police force. But anyway, and he doesn't like to say "killed by police." Yeah, that's another thing. The framing by the media is another important point in all that. Yeah, I've sort of been avoiding this whole topic since starting this run. Like this whole run of Disco Elysium, like I'm playing as a couple, as a detective, but I made the "all cops are bastards" line at near the beginning, but other than that, I've been trying to just avoid getting into that whole topic of it. That you know, I mean, like I'm not gonna say like the game lets you approach it in whatever way you want to. You can like the whole superstar cop thing seems to lean into glorifying the cops, you know. But you don't have to pick that option. You can go in other directions. You can, you know, engage in rigorous self-critique, for instance. So it's like the game does have some balance in you know, choosing how to approach these topics, I guess. Yeah, police in Manhub's couple of band's life somehow expired. Yeah. Yeah, well, that was another one. Shoot, what was his name? The guy that died in police custody. I don't know. My brain is fried. The names aren't coming to me right now. This is embarrassing. Like it honestly is, because I've read on these topics extensively over the years, and I'm just drawing a blank. Wait, there's Breonna Taylor was another one. I think is her name. She there was like the cops had I think they had a like an arrest warrant or something, but they like broke her door in and then just shot her. Like instead of arresting her. That was another one. Getting old sucks, haha, yeah. I mean, it could just be me getting old. Fair point. Hey, Alzheimer's runs in my family, so maybe these are the early stages for all I know. Number of actors I've seen in shows that I know and can't for the life of me recall a name. Yeah. 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 I mean, I'm kind of bad with names to begin with. I've like, that's just generally, like, that's just been like forever. I think I'm more of a visual thinker. I find interestingly, like I'm better able to remember people's names if I see it spelled out. Like if I see a name tag, like then I visualize the letters in the name and that helps me remember it. Like, but if I just hear the name verbally and don't see it, then I won't remember it. Like yeah, I have to visualize the letters of the name and that will help me remember, or you know, associate it with something visual or something like that. But yeah, what was that guy's name? There was another one. There was a guy who got taken to custody and then just uh, mysteriously died while handcuffed in the back of a police van. And you know, it's been suggested that he was brutalized in there, but it was one of those things that was kind of brushed off as like, well, we don't know what happened. He just mysteriously died. Um, what was his name? I can just. Um, Freddie Gray, was that it? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, Baltimore Police. Yeah, Freddie Gray. He was the one. Yeah, he's yeah, handcuffed in the back of a police van and then expired before they could bring him in. Hmm. Only like a year behind, so I can commiserate. Yeah, yeah, fair. Thanks for the commiseration. Anyway, I should move on now. Um, don't be a problem. It's wind still. Yeah, okay. I got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. Can I borrow your boat, or what's on that island? I thought I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars. Oh yeah.
Hmm. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Huh.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Now, so you said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you? Or is there anything I should know about getting there? Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Fair enough.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I've got 2 skill points. Maybe I should be researching something. I've got lots of options to research here. Insulated miracle. You're reminded of a poem somewhere deep inside you. The translation of which you don't remember. What's it mean? How do you know it by heart? Okay, so there's so I can research the poem. Bankruptcy sequence. So I can learn something about money. Wompty Dumpty Dumpson. What was that even about? This is that guy made a comment about it. I don't even know what that's about. The Cult of Mama Daka. I can research that. That could be funny. It's try to track down a cryptid. Hardcore aesthetic? Oh yeah. Um, okay, we can learn about hardcore. We can learn about Arno van Eyck. That's the Anodic Anodic music guy. Day of birth generator. I can figure out how old I am. Actual art degree. If there was something about the Pale in here, I'd like to grab that, because inexplicable feminist agenda? What? What are all these other options that I never came up in the game? Huh. I guess these are all the different possible directions I could go that I passed up on. Anyway, actual art degree? So I can learn about art, regular law official. I can learn about being the boring guy. Soviet socioeconomics. I can learn about communism. Or there's the 15th Indo tribe. I can figure out what was going on in the history of the island. Yeah, none of these are jumping out at me as going, oh yeah, I want to research that. Okay, well, maybe I'll just forget the homosexual underground thing. I don't think I actually get anything from that. Or I could forget this is some kind of superstar one. It's giving me a logic penalty, and I don't know if I'm actually getting any bonuses, any significant bonuses from these. Yeah, maybe we'll get rid of that one next. Let's just, yeah, I'm gonna... Like a year behind second. Oh, yeah, volumetric can go, yeah? Learn caps for endurance raise to 4. White checks unlocked, yeah. What, you want to start obsessing about your sexuality again? I mean... Harry seems to obsess about sexuality regardless. I mean, it's not like the option to ask Lillian out went away when I got rid of that, or theoretically, I don't know. That one has a purpose and you used it, yeah? You mean the volumetric chip compressor? Yeah. Or the, I mean... Yeah, a lot of these... There are a bunch of these can go. I mean, if I decide to play this again, there some of these I'm probably not going to bother taking. I'm just going to ditch... Oh, I mean, I can... I'm second guessing and third guessing myself here. Maybe I'll get rid of some kind of superstar just so I can get that point of logic back. Because, like, the learning cap for visual calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, composure, like, who really cares about those? I haven't, like, visual calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, composer, I haven't leveled those up high enough for that to be significant. You know? Well, I mean, I guess visual calculus is at 5. Suggestion, electrochemistry, composure. What am I looking for? Suggestion is at 4. Electrochemistry is at 3, but who cares about that? Composure is at 5. Okay, I mean, okay, granted, composure and visual calculus are at 5, so I guess it could be useful to have the cap raised to 6 if I decide to level up again. I'm gonna ditch homosexual underground. Confirm. Should I go with the poem? Bankruptcy sequence? Like, what does this... Finish your way out of this. so I can see about getting more money. I mean, I haven't really, there isn't really anything that I need money for at the moment. I'm kind of tempted to go with learning the poem. Just because it sounds interesting. I don't know. Let's learn the poem. What the hey? It'll keep me occupied for a while. It's 8 hours worth. So anyway, moving right along. Bring back old. Oh, sorry. Kids sometimes go there too. I know they do on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet cases and such. Presumably, we're not talking about those 2 little kids there. They're like 6 or whatever. Anyway, which kids?
The twins.
Oh.
God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
She points to the 2 kids playing in the concrete yard. So they go on rafts to the island? The kid, they by themselves? They seem rather young to be doing that, I would think. New task, ask Eileen's twins about the island. Huh, okay. Okay, can I borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
Your eyes narrow. Nod along attentively, or what if I want a rock? No, I'm just gonna nod along attentively.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Thank you, I'll use your skiff to get there, then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Okay, cool. Is there anyone else I can look for? Am I looking for someone else, actually?
Oh? Who?
That's it, I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Okay, be seeing you. So there's the boat. Okay, cool. Let's ask the kids. Oops, don't run. Let's ask the kids about the island, I guess.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking his stones points to the bay. Yes, that one needs to know what's there, or know some other island. Of course, that one. She's gonna be sarcastic. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
He paused to think with his finger in his mouth.
And we make a fire. We make a fire.
The other one butts in. Sorry, how old are these kids again? They're allowed to go on a raft by themselves and make a fire on an island away from home. Ugh. Headphone cord keeps getting tangled.
Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
His brother nods.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Wait, you mean the shells, or what then? Or not in agreement. Are they gonna know what shells are? You mean shells?
I don't know what these are.
Okay. Not in agreement, I guess.
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
There are lights? The fire guy comes and asks to put the fire out? Okay.
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island? Or you mentioned something about lights. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he? Or is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? Someone lives on the island?
No.
The boy answers, shaking his head vehemently.
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then at you. Why is he the fire guy?
Because
The boy pauses to think.
he asks to put the fire out.
The other explains. Okay. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
Okay.
Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
Okay then. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there? We just asked if he's lived there, whatever.
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
The other nods.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
The first one pauses to think, then comes to some kind of conclusion. Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
They say almost in unison. How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Okay, and you mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
Starts one of them. It's hard to tell which one now. Okay. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Is that what Lillian told them? Or is that the conclusion that they came to?
Don't say that, he didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. They go up so fast. Yeah, I know, right? Your father did not kill himself. He killed himself all right, or say nothing. Can I take the neutral option, or... I mean, Lillian sort of indicated that it was some kind of accident. He probably... He went out in the boat one day drinking and just fell overboard. I mean, we don't really know what happened to him. I'm gonna go with your father did not kill himself.
I don't know.
The boy who made the claim finds himself unsure of it. He looks around.
Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't a fire guy.
The other watched them, brows knitted.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay, well, I just wanted more information if I could get it. Anyway, is that all you know? Is there anything else? Anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence. Children are stupid. No, I'm kidding. Why is this option here? That's not nice. Okay, bye kids, take care. Don't suppose it's worth talking to little Lily. Probably isn't going to be new dialogue, but I'll take a look anyway.
Hello, mister.
Nitpicker's daughter waves at you. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, nothing new. Just curious. Where did Kuno end up? He, I thought he was supposed to meet us here. I'm getting ready to go over to the islet. Oh well. Yeah, so my main objective right now is go to the island. I kind of wonder if I should, just for the sake of being thorough, since 2 days elapsed and I don't know what, I'm still getting my bearings of what happened in that time. And there is some new dialogue and new opportunities for experience I've discovered, so I'm kind of tempted to inspect the whole church area first. But maybe I should just get on with it, and I'll check the island first, then I'll check the church afterward. That's the plan. In fact, why don't I save it? I'll just save it. There you go. Alright, boat time.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
I mean, no, honestly, I'm not sure, but... I'm just gonna go.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
Closed all your accounts? What's that mean? Close all your accounts? What? I mean, we're gonna come back afterward, right?
Remember what the netpicker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Oh, are you saying this is one trip only to do this? Like, this is my only opportunity to do this right now? First, tie your porter wheel boombox to the breast hook to keep you company, or get and ride to the island, or I'm not ready yet, leave. Well, I mean, if this is the only time I can make this trip, then maybe I will do the church route first, and we'll just... Can I fast travel from here? Or do I have to be closer? Ugh, I have to be closer to the thing. There we go. Fast travel to church. Let's go talk to these folks. See if there's any new dialogue here and anything new to find or see.
Man. It's good to see you.
He dances over to you in an inexplicably soft-core manner. It's embarrassing. Okay, so there's
Goodbye, officer.
nothing new here. And there's a cell. I clicked.
Hard cop.
Hard cop? She nods to you with respect and turns off her recording device. I got shot in the leg. Point at your limb. Yeah, so these roles are locked. Here, new dialogue. Here we go.
Ouch. I did notice you limping, but I thought maybe it was your thing or something.
She looks at your leg.
When I was 16, I used to date this guy who had a limp, but it only showed when he was sober. So I guess it wasn't real or something. I don't know.
She shrugs, eyes glazed over. Or, I mean, it only showed when he was sober. Maybe while he was drunk, he couldn't feel the pain as much.
Anyway, shot in the leg. I'm sorry. Man, that must suck.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, that's it for now.
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Here to tell you what the church. Okay, this is all. It's all the same stuff as before. Is there anything new in? Is Tiago still around? I talked to him in this area before, but I guess not. Hey. Oh, new thought. Cool. So this is where they've set up the drug lab, huh? There's a bottle there. Is that tear? Was that here before? I haven't seen any tear for a while. So I got some tear. I got 10 centims from this trip here. Suna, have anything new to say?
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, need to pale unknown. Yeah, Dev indicated there was something I was supposed to say to Joyce. To get more information on that. Yeah, this is all thing new here.
The mother of humanism stands above you.
Okay, nothing new there. What's this? Why is my inventory lighting up? Is it because I added a piece of tear? Okay, whatever. Okay, Nothing new here. I'm making a deliberate choice to walk around everywhere because it said that when I ran earlier, it said your leg hurts and probably best to not run. And I'm like, okay, have it your way. I mean, but like, no time passes whether I walk or run, so just it doesn't really have any material difference except that
an old door worn by
okay, that's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Yeah, so he's I guess it's the left leg that got shot. The limp is subtle. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Just substitute cyber demon sounds. Fun fact: the original Doom from the '90s, that game, like one of the big boss creatures, the cyber demon, actually does walk with a limp. I determined that by activating the no clip cheat code, going through the wall and just watching him. The whoosh sound goes with the mechanical leg, and the thump sound goes with the hoof. I don't know. I just thought that was a neat little detail. It's in the original game. And ever since I noticed that, anytime I have to limp for any reason, I make cyber demon noises in my head. Like if my foot's asleep or something, I'm just going whoosh doom, whoosh doom, whoosh doom. Anyway. Ah, this is tedious. Like having to walk around slowly everywhere. I'm probably not going to find anything new, but I still don't know why I wasn't able to find like bullet traces or whatever from the north end of the boardwalk here. Like, I kind of wonder, like, was there something different I was supposed to do with the dead body that was here?
Like, too empty. No, there's more in there. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. You see traces of it's no older than a day or two. It's hard to come.
Yeah, like there's nothing there. Do you have any books? If you want to pass in-game time, you can read books or your case log or sit on the bench. Oh, no, I don't want to pass time. That's not my goal. I'm just saying that if no time passes whether I walk or run, then I might as well run everywhere. The only reason I'm not running is because it said, "Oh, your leg is hurt and it hurts to run." And I said, "Okay." It's just artificially slowing everything down, you know, which is just a bit of an annoyance. Is it worth looking in here? I mean, we already explored this. That's the staircase upward. This is the Krasmazov portrait.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateur. Years worth of dust is
yeah, so it's the same thing before. Like I was prepared to just go to the island, but it had this such a foreboding message about, are you sure you want to go now? This is your only chance to go. Make sure you've like done everything you need to do before going. It's like, okay. Like this is where Ruby's tent is and all that. Like I already searched for it was there before. But again, 2 days have elapsed. Could she have come back and done something with it? Like her radio machine is still there. This is where we got her journal.
The instigator's body has been removed by processing. The tent seems orphaned now.
The instigator's body has been removed by processing? The tent seems orphaned now? Excuse me? She didn't die. I let her go. Well, that seems like a bug. Oops. They looks like this particular line of dialogue, they didn't take into account all possibilities. I don't think they expect you to come back here at this point. Yeah. Well, I mean, if they really didn't expect me to come back, then I guess I really am just wasting my time here. Oh well. And wasting everyone else's time who happened to be watching. Oops. Maybe I should tell some other amusing anecdote to entertain people while they wait for me to putter around all the way back out again. I don't know. I got nothing. Well, do you want a hint for the boardwalk thing? I'm not even sure it's not bugged at this point. I'm wondering, is it the kind of thing where I'm supposed to do the islet one first? I guess there's probably no point in going upstairs either. You know what the heck? Hint me. I mean, go ahead, give me a hint with the boardwalk thing. Like, how is this supposed to go? Yeah, because like, from my perspective, like, I have no idea what's supposed to happen, but I've been where the game directed me to go and there was nothing there, so, like, from my standpoint, it looks like it's a bug. Poor sad little locusts. It's in that building, which doesn't make sense.
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving. Poor things.
Yeah. It's in that building, which doesn't make sense unless you can see out of the building from there. You mean the building that I was just in? Because that is something that I considered too. Yep, okay. But I specifically looked for... Yeah, because okay, if you zoom out... shoot. I mean, okay, I'll just look up on the map. Like here's like the north end of the boardwalk where supposedly the shot came from, and this building is right next to it. So I considered, okay, if there are no bullet traces here or nothing for me to click on here, maybe there's something from the roof of the building. Like, you know, that is something that I considered. Here, let's go back in. I've got my finger in the right mouse button. You can see this is highlighting because I'm holding the finger in the button. But you know, there was nothing to click on. You know, where I was before, like where the Krasmazov bunker or anything. Like there's a window here, but again, nothing for me to click on. I can walk up to the window. there's nowhere for me to go. Like, I'm clicking on various things. He's not... that's the other problem. I think there's a reason why you couldn't click on it. But like I don't have enough like I don't have enough of the right stat or something. Like, do I have to level up my perception more or something like that? And like I considered the possibility that, okay, maybe this is where I'm supposed to go to find the bullet traces, because this is, you know, up here. There's the, like, this is the north end of the boardwalk over here. I thought maybe I had to get up here and look for bullet traces here and see if the shot could have been taken from there. Yeah, that would make way more sense. I mean, just me looking at the surroundings and logicking it out, that's what made sense to me. Like an actual sniper position from the roof of a building. Maybe that's where the shot came from. But there's nothing here. Like I'm right clicking, there's nothing to click on, there's nothing to do. Like, I considered the possibility that this building is where the shot came from, and that whole the question of the boardwalk point. Like, I don't know. It's like there's no apparent reason for me to not be able to find it. Like, if it's a perception thing, like my perception is effectively at 6 right now. Like I've leveled it up twice, and then I've got the shoes, the boots, cavalry boots boost my perception as well. You know, like perception skills. If it's perception and I'm just not seeing it, because I don't think it's like it would. It's like my perception score wasn't high enough or something. But yeah, you know, like you know what I mean? Like I looked all over there, and there was apparently nothing to be seen. There's a visual calculus rule which I never passed here. I tried it a couple times. Sunday friend is still here.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Like I kind of wondered if like I have wondered if something about this would help me find it. I mean, I can try leveling up visual calculus, try this roll again, see if this uncovers something. Or I'll save it first just for the heck of it. I have... This is my last level up. It's visual calculus, right?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the crack.
What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Visual calculus, level it up.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Interpreter's here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Do you want to know the location? Do you want to provide unwanted spoilers? I've looked everywhere. You know what? Go ahead. Spoil it. What's the location? Like, by as far as I can tell, I've already looked everywhere. Supposed to be in the basement of the Fell building? In the basement of the Fell building? Like, I already went there. Like, I already searched everywhere. Okay, visual calculus. Let's see if there's anything here that can... Logic, authority, inland empire, logic. Civilization Encyclopedia. Yeah, I don't think I guess I don't have anything that boosts visual calculus. I only have things that reduce it. Oh, here we go. Visual calculus classes. So that brings it up to 83%. Okay.
Wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
So, is that 5 and up? Wait, hold on. Is that 4 and up or 5 and up? Well, it should succeed. Here we go.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall.
Yeesh.
There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound, no movement.
Yeah, firing squad, just as I figured. Yeah, you know the picture of Krasmazov? You have to examine the window and you should get a official calculus check? Thought bubble? Go XCOM like I do. It's a firing squad. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I checked out the Krasmazov portrait before, and there was no. Here, I'll go there. I mean, you saw me check it just now, and there was no visual calculus. There's nothing there. I'll check it again in a moment. Anyway.
10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
A conscience round where only one soldier has a loaded rifle? Look at people against the wall, look at the line of soldiers, or look at the person standing on the side, or who was who in this execution? I need to understand. How would we know that? Anyway, look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background.
Facing the wall, they don't even see their executioners.
Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who were they?
Collateral damage on the path toward normalcy and progress. Such is your belief, officer. Maybe you should change it. They were praying, screaming.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Men of duty, dark duty.
Who were they?
In all truth, violence offers no answer. It's only the last available resort when all mediation fails. And here, all did fail.
In a row of soldiers firing the rifles, only one would be equipped with a live round, the rest are given blanks. Is to give each soldier a reasonable doubt that they only had a 1x chance of firing the fatal shot. Oh, interesting. I have to admit, I've never heard of that practice. Interesting. Look at the person standing on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Who is who in this execution? I need to understand.
I'm just a representation of your mental faculties, piecing together any available information. You should probably ask the lieutenant.
Ask the lieutenant, meaning Kim. Okay. Okay. Goodbye,
A
Lee.
cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Yeah. Too bad Kim isn't here.
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall.
We can click on it and bring it back
another
again.
7 shades stand intent. A
Anyway.
cold sea.
I don't suppose Mr. Sunday Friend knows anything about that. Might as well ask him while I'm here.
Always my pleasure to be of
Yeah, he doesn't have anything new to say. Didn't really expect him to. Anyway, yeah, as you're saying, the shot supposedly came from the basement of the Feld building, and I'm supposed to look at the Karamazov portrait. I mean, I'll go look at it again. I mean, it's like there was no visual calculus roll option there. Okay, so here he is, Karamazov portrait, and I click on it.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Okay, and I brush the dust off the portrait.
Years worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly.
The only other things I see is a perception check to access the room and maybe needing your flashlight equipped. Yeah, I guess I mean, I don't, yeah, I mean, it's true, I don't have the, put the flashlight in this hand, I guess.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurish, years worth of dust is shaken off. The full
it's the same, yeah, same message, there's nothing new here. Like, if I'm supposed to get a visual calculus roll to find the bullet traces, I'm not seeing it. This is the only thing to click on here. Like, I right click, this is the only thing that highlights. There's nothing else to look at, there's nothing else to do. Like, I can click in the corners here, you can walk there a bit, but maybe needing your flashlight equipped or exit. Yeah. See that window above it? So yeah, equip your flashlight and sorry. Then try maxing out your visual calculus and or perception skills. Sorry. With clothing? Okay. I mean, okay. I've got visual calculus glasses on. I've got the perception boots on. Visual calculus skill is effectively 7. Perception skill is effectively 6. Like, this is about as high as I can get then. Like, this is I basically I can't get those traits higher. Like, the visual calculus 7. This is with the benefit of some kind of superstar raising the cap to 6, and like me raising it even further with the glasses. I can't get it any higher, and it's not providing me access to whatever it is I'm supposed to see here. There's nothing else to click on. This is me. I don't know if you can hear the clicking sound. This is me rapid clicking everything around here. Ultimately, it's not required to proceed? Okay, if you say so. I mean... Like, I'm going to the islet to check out the possibility of, like, bullet traces. I'm walking into the corner here in the off chance that there's something I'm supposed to click on, but no. No other clothing. If it doesn't trigger at this point, it's either bugged or it's tied to a dice roll, which, if that's the case, then we know exactly why it's not showing up. Or was there some other option I was supposed to select when I first saw the Krasmazov portrait? I don't know. As far as I can tell, it's that window above the portrait. Yeah, it's like, I mean, you saw me like rapid fire clicking on it. Like nothing happened when I clicked on it. You don't actually have to click on the portrait? Okay. Perhaps changes per game? Hmm. I mean, since you're not burdened by having to avoid spoilers, I mean, you can probably Google like whether or not there's a bug associated with it. Like maybe the Disco Elysium discussion forums include a listing of, you know, some issue with the that check not showing up. Do you know if there are any speedruns to die in this game? Speedruns to die? Apparently, it's possible to die right at the very beginning of the game if you if you pick the lowest values, like when you start the game, when you're choosing your stats, choose 1 for physical attributes, like the lowest possible setting. You can start off with only 1 hit point, and it's possible to injure yourself if you fail the roll when trying to pull the tie down from the ceiling fan, because at the start of the game your tie is stuck on the ceiling fan going round and round. I think I mentioned that. But yeah, it's kind of a funny way to die right at the beginning. It's like, tried to grab the tie, I injured, heart attack, and I died. Anyway, the thing is, it's probably hard to prove that it's a bug if there's a roll check for it, unless someone has cracked open the game code. Yeah, who knows? It's on a YouTube video. Yeah. Anyway, back to Fisherman Shacks. I don't know if I actually gained anything from wandering around over there. Did I unlock anything else when they Oh, hey. Feldmural? Shivers? Wait. The Feldmural roll is unlocked again? I guess I better check that out. Darn it. Thought I was ready to move on. It's hard to find any reports of a bug because there are so many reports of people not being able to figure this one out and mostly getting told you'll find it as you progress the story. Yeah. Much like the way you did, which, you know, which I don't fault you for. I mean, it's the correct response. I mean, like, you don't want to offer spoilers if it's something you're supposed to find later. Unfortunately, I'm past the later now and still didn't find it, so it's feeling like a bug. Anyway, oh. Oh no, I can't click on the mural. Well, never mind then. Okay, so watch another playthrough. When you click the green info bubble of that window, a visual calculus check should have popped up afterward. The green info bubble on that window? Huh. Wonder if maybe you missed it at the time and it doesn't come back, or as you state, could be bugged. I mean, you have to. I mean, you can see what I did if you go on to on my YouTube channel. This is like, we're in part 34, right? It would be part 32. You can see what I did there. See, we clicked it during the initial visit to that room. I clicked on everything that was clickable. So yeah. Can I fast travel? Okay, good. I think it's time to go to the islet. Of course, now it's pouring rain now that I'm outdoors. I'm gonna save before I go there.
The skiff floats on the calm mirror of the... Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
In case game bugs you to... Yeah, I mean, in case anything goes wrong, really. I mean, the game froze up a few times earlier on, and
remember what the
had to reload.
Said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Tie the porter wheel boombox to the breasthook to keep you company? Should I do that? Sure, why not? I mean, I don't think I'm going to need the boombox for anything.
There. This is now a rock and roll skiff.
Cool. Or what did I just do? Why did I do that? What? Let's go with cool.
It'll keep you company on this lonely voyage. Very cool. Now tune it to Sad FM. You know you want to.
I mean, it's the only song that I've got. Or are we able to pick up radio? Is it able to pick up radios? Because I thought it was like a tape player. Anyway, get in right to the island, I guess. Here we go. Off we go then. Maybe calculus bubble in part 32. Wonder if it was just a failed background roll or something? I mean, my visual calculus and perception were still high at that time, so... hope this song doesn't get copyright claimed. Remember your bullets? I have one bullet. I still have it. I didn't put it anywhere. There's somebody there. Get extension more from the PD. I don't think I can contact them at this point. I mean, I was using the radio in Kim's car to call them before, but Kim's gone now. He's in the hospital, and his car is not present. So I'm kind of on my own at this point. Oh wait, that's Kuno. How did he get here ahead of me?
The boat comes to a slow stop. You turn the engine off, then there's silence.
How did he get here? I don't expect that he like swam here. Does he have his own boat or something?
In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Good? You made it?
Kuno stands with his arms akimbo, looking at the shadow of the ruined flak tower looming overhead. He teleported like the alchemist from the ground. Yeah, sure. or as Harry did, teleporting to the roof of the building. Anyway. And we climb out. Presumably we tied the boat to something.
I mapped the place out, and it looks like both of us aren't going to make it. This is Death Island, the Hellmore.
He wipes snot from his nose. What the hell are you talking about? This isn't Death Island, is it? Or Hell Island? Finally. What the hell are you talking about? Oh yeah, he said I. He didn't instead of the Kuno. He actually referred to himself in first person again. Anyway, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
He throws his hands in the air.
Maybe Kuno's just pessimistic because of the massive speed hangover. I did scout the place out. I can fill you in.
Yeah, I mean, the speed hangover. He's finally he's finally sober. Like all the times we saw him before, he was like high on speed. So I guess after coming down, he resumes talking about himself in the first person instead of just saying Kuno this, Kuno that. Anyway.
The kid turns away from you, cautiously looking to his left and right. He's on the edge. He hasn't been here before either.
Alright. Makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. Oof. Rusted chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Point to it. This leads to the depot in Land's End. Is that so?
Cool fucking chain.
What do you think it was used for?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno would use it to bring shit to the island.
Yeah, he shrugs his shoulders. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, looks there's a staircase up there. Let's just circle around first. Yeah, I can zoom out. There's a thing to look at here. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Tires? Am I able to get over here? There's a thing to look at over here. Okay, I guess you can't get there. Alright, up the stairs then. What do we got here? Attention inflammable. Don't worry, it says inflammable. Wait, what? Inflammable means the same as flammable? Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel, black, viscous. There's a lingering trace of mazout in the air. No, anyways. Random Simpsons reference there. Another thought.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
His hearing is that precise, eh? Underneath the flutter.
On the islet, there is almost no wind under the rain, quietly falling on the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other. The soft raindrops.
Great, they're retired, haha.
Like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work.
Okay. To the west?
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
To the east?
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers. Raindrops fall on water, strangely quiet, forming circles in the distance.
Ahead?
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Okay. Beyond that, further north?
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
When we say further north, are we talking about like this direction north? Because when I looked in the through the binoculars in the last session, it said that they were pointed south, which suggests that up is south in this. I don't know, maybe somebody was confused when they wrote the lines for that or something.
A drop of rain falls on a black log of an extinguished campfire.
Is that so? And below the silence?
Called the Mamadakwa.
Is that where this is leading? I could have chosen to research the Code of Mamadakwa. Well. Is this a kudo? Like, can I ask about the Code of Mamadakwa?
What?
Momentarily, the sounds are swept away. Pain shoots up your right foot and into your groin.
Oof. Pain threshold medium failure? Okay. It's pretty silent on this island. Have you noticed how quiet it is? It's really effing silent on this island, or it hurts a bit. Maybe the bandage is off. Have you noticed how quiet it is?
Yeah, spooky ass island. That's how it is on spooky ass island. Silence and shit.
Wait, I have to listen to one more thing. Kid shrugs, he sniffs audibly, then silence. Okay, open your eyes, stop listening, I guess. Alright, what do we got here? This barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks in it. ICM. We learned that acronym at one point, I think. Something about the coalition or something. Alright, what's this?
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Yeah, didn't we learn what the acronym stands for? Wasn't it a coalition thing? What is the ICM? RCM. It sounds like RCM. Revolutionary Citizens Militia. Yeah, like maybe it's like an international coalition militia or something like that. White star, point to it. Are those spec stars too, or looks old? What's it doing here? Finish thought. What is the ICM?
Is this a case for Detective Kuno? Idiot Cat Moon, inside car motors. Is Kuno magic? He is. Case solved.
Cracks his knuckles ready.
Sounds an awful lot like
RCM. It sounds like RCM, Revolutionary Citizens Militia.
Yeah, pig. That's letter shit for you. The alphabet.
It's my white star.
Shit looks upside down to Kuno.
He leans to the side, tilting his head.
with its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Are those spec stars too?
Dunno, maybe. Sorta looks like stars to Kuno. Or like islands maybe? Fuck does Kuno know?
He leans in for a closer look.
Thank you, Kuno. It's the DeLorean symbol of Insulinda, the face in the sea.
Looks old. What is it still doing here?
Who the fuck's gonna move it? The island janitor?
Yeah, fair enough. Finished thought. Okay, what do we got over here? Little Birch from the coin-operated viewer still holding on. Little Birch from the coin-operated viewer? Okay. What's this? No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Maybe I'll find something inside the building, though. There's a thing over here. Another thing over here. Not sure if I can get over there. I'm gonna look in here first. Okay, so there's a thing to look at over here. This is once an armament rest? Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Okay. I'm gonna catwalk here. Okay, let's get this in here. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Okay. Okay, what do we got here?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right.
I remember the Birch because I rewatched all the streams for dice rolls. I mean, the Birch, it may have been referenced when I was looking through the binoculars, and maybe I forgot. Who gets to watch the dance? I was going to comment about the reference to the generator here. That and seeing the wires there. I have a feeling this might have been an alternate location for an antenna for Suna's experiment. If I had gotten to this island first, I guess for people who are really slow in getting to that point in the game, when they getting access to this island before they did that bit. Revishal jig. Well, I mean, Harry has a bullet wound in his legs. I don't think he's going to be doing any jigs anytime soon.
This shit's cold?
He'll put his hand on the generator. What was it called again? Oh, you mean the Jamrock Shuffle? Yeah. Okay, I know what you mean now. Yeah. What's the matter?
It's cold now, he was supposed to say, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Aha. Someone was using the generator. The Jamrock Shuffle, yeah.
But he's not here to say it. Something else got in the way. Events intervened.
Where do these wires lead? What kind of generator is this? Tap on the side. What does this mean? A generator here. Where do these wires lead?
Dunno. Looks like downstairs somewhere.
What kind of generator is this? How's Kuno gonna know?
Smells like mazout. Heavy fuel shit.
Kid taps on the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo. Tap on the side.
A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does this mean, a generator here?
Fuck does Kuno know?
Is it not the wisest man who knows he knows nothing?
You have taught me the meaning of wisdom, Kuno. As wise as who knows he knows nothing. That's a Socrates quote, isn't it? Was it the oracle said, I am the wisest of all the Greeks because I know that I know nothing. Anyway. You've taught me the meaning of wisdom, Kuno. Why not?
Yeah? Kuno's fucking wise like that? Kuno's gonna be a real wise pig.
I meant, why is it here?
Probably because it's winter. Some bums who camp here don't want to freeze to death. Maybe. Probably. Kuno's probably right.
Makes sense. It's the fire guy. Some kids told me about a guy here, a guy who made a fire.
Alright. We're on to something. Kuno meant fire guy too.
Sure you did. Do you know anything about a fire guy?
Yeah, no. Kuno doesn't come here. I told you.
He quickly turns his attention back to the generator. Alright then. Guess we'll go up here. Does look like somebody was staying here. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. I was about to say historical fan fiction for some reason. Dishes stained with sauce and fire, a survivor's kitchen.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft-cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
It's an alternate place to sleep.
Check this shit. Someone's been squatting here. Kuno knows because this shit looks like Kuno's place.
Kid waves his hand at the bed. Yeah. How recently do you think whoever slept here is ... or there are signs that someone ... lives ... He gets to watch the show. Yeah. I have to go. Wait, here. Okay, sure. Yeah. See you. You think whoever slept here is ...
A flash of pain interrupts you, making you grimace instead of spewing out the words.
Well, shoot. That's the second pain threshold check, which I failed by 1 point. Maybe I should put the armor on, because it raises the pain threshold by 1.
Hey, Kuno doesn't want to hurt your feelings, but you look like shit. Maybe you should lie down in the bed, like recover before you die.
Maybe a little shut-eye, just an hour, go to sleep, or no time to rest now. Really? Yeah, I just need to put my armor on. That boosts my pain threshold, and then I'll be fine. I mean... For an hour? Sure, why not? I mean, if it's only an hour...
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest. Did you get shot? I did get shot. 2 episodes back, episode 32. There was, I guess you weren't there for that episode, but there was, there was, yeah, the whole bloodbath that everything was building to. You know, the hanged man, his buddies came back for the to go after the dock workers, and there was a big shootout. I got shot. Kim got shot. A bunch of other people got shot. Kim's in hospital now. Yeah, I got shot in the leg. Apparently, I'm still well enough to walk around. Anyway, curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until?
Until?
You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
So did we end up sleeping for more than an hour, or is this a dream sequence? It was like 12:30. It's at 12:30. All my little inventory buttons and so on are gone. I have a feeling this is a dream sequence. The kid is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Oh, hey, can I still look at this stuff over here? There's one thing to look at. Doors still here, closed, feels strange somehow, you can't get in. Wait, where's Kuno? I think, I have a feeling this is a dream sequence. I think he fell asleep and he's dreaming. That's why there's nothing on the screen. Like there's no the usual inventory buttons and the health and morale, and I can't even bring up the main menu. The little main menu button in the corner is gone too. Guessing I can't go down the stairs here. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just go back out the door and see what happens. It's this way, right? Isn't it? I'm confused. This is back the way I came. I thought I was supposed to go through the door there. There's no escape view, huh? I mean, I can push the escape button, I guess. Yeah. Is that Krasmazov again? I mean, the only thing to click on was the little bubble thing on the door, but now there's nothing. Okay. Is this another bug? Was I supposed to be able to go through the door? Not a bug? I mean, okay. There's not. It kind of looks like there's nothing for me to click on and nowhere for me to go. I can't lie back down in the bed. Can't look out the window. There's nothing for me to click on. Like, if this was supposed to be a moment of, oh, eerie, spooky, Kuno vanished and what's happening, what's going on, okay, fine, but if it's at this point that spookiness, eeriness is worn off, and I'm just irritated that there's like there doesn't seem to be anything for me to do. Like, I mean, I've already backseated a lot here. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, was that? Oh, there's a path through there? That was not clear. I heard it would sound like gunfire in the distance on coming out of the left speaker. Is that supposed to be like anti-aircraft gunfire? What's this? Go down to the chain, there's something there? I mean, I would if I could. I wasn't able to get to that, go in that direction. I'm gonna circle around this way instead. Can I go through here? Troy starts getting irritated by the cave to help him out. You could just walk under the overpass walkway the whole time. Is this supposed to be all black here? I mean, I can't. I don't have the option to pull my flashlight out because my inventory inventory buttons are absent. Walk into the water now? Oh, this chain, okay. You see her footprints on the water? Further? You just walk under that.
Glorious day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry.
Okay. I did kind of wonder if Harry's lost love was named Dolores. Maybe that's why he fixated on that name.
Okay, don't say you need to talk right away. Melt the ice first. This way you're already talking. But you don't even want to talk to her. She would only be cold and mean. Let her go.
Okay.
Let her go. This is the Holy Queen of the territories of Muindi and Insulinda. Think of the historic knowledge we could glean. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win her back.
Hey, something's off. Where are you going? What's in the bag? Can you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown? Or go, goodbye. Start with where are you going, I guess?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
1 million kilometers away? I mean, the circumference of the Earth around the equator is 40,000 kilometers, so, like, 1 million kilometers away would be, like, some distance from, I mean, like, there is no point on Earth that's 1 million kilometers away, is what I'm saying. can you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown. I don't know about that line, but at least it's asking if you can stay for a moment.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really?
She looks at you plaintively. She shakes her head sadly. The aerodrome? Tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova? Okay. Might be an exaggeration, maybe? Yeah. Video Revachol?
We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters.
Unborn daughters? Was she pregnant when she left?
It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
I have a feeling his lost love didn't actually say that to him.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
Suggestion. Medium 10, I know you still love me. Kiss her. 83% chance. Red check. +1 for dress code. Man of Charms. How neat. It's not a very good way for things to be, or I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day. Yeah. I've taken responsibility for my actions now. I'm a new man, weighty and normal. Or I bought you this figurine of a headless Fawn Rider. Give it to her. There you go. You can finally get that objective taken care of. He said I have a vast soul and you will always come back to it. Yeah, there was that line earlier. Mass murderer. Okay, presumably referring to the actual Dolores Day. You're not even human, or don't go. Well, let's give her the figurine of the Fawn Rider just to achieve that particular goal.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it.
She doesn't take it. It wasn't expensive. Pfft, whatever. I thought you liked figurines. I thought the figurines were for getting you back. Or I can just say okay. Okay, I guess go with I thought you liked figurines.
That's not what figurines do, Harry.
Then the figurines don't do anything.
She looks at the headless Fawn Rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say.
Okay, I won't give you things then.
I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless Fawn Rider back then.
An achievement just popped up and said the figurines won't win her back. They don't do anything. Oof. Didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless Fawn Rider back then. ... But that's not a very good way for things to be. Said I have a vast soul and you'll always come back to it. I mean, I get the feeling that this dream that Harry is having is one that's born of pain, of loss, like his love, whether wife, girlfriend, whatever, left him, and he's never understood why, and he's never come to terms with that. And it sort of feels like every attempt to encourage her to stay is an exercise in futility. I'm tempted to go with the fast soul line, because that just I think that was the line I picked earlier during the Kim interaction.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
We were very young. How long were they together?
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender, long fingers, in her wrists. Her hand wrote it, said those things.
Actually, you didn't say it. You wrote it in a letter, a handwritten letter. I kept it in my paperwork. Or it doesn't matter anymore. I mean, I sort of get the feeling like this is a point where I can make the choice to like let her go, or I can, which may be the healthier option. It may have been what drove him to become an alcoholic and like drink to forget and all that, and try to avoid the pain, yada yada yada. Letting go might be the healthier option, but on the other hand, content. I got 10 experience points for trying to offer her the figure. So yeah, anyways, actually didn't say it, you wrote it in a letter, a handwritten letter. I kept it in my paperwork.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
She brushes a strand of white hair out of her eye. Queen Regnant. Oh, she's still playing the Dolores Day persona?
You need to recite it to her. For effect. All of it. No summaries.
I have it right here. Let me refresh your memory. Let's take a ... pause bitterly, trip down memory lane, and start reciting. Or, you know what I mean. You left me a letter saying you will always come back to me, that you can't believe how happy you are with me, and summarize. Well, Rhetoric wants me to read the whole thing to her, or I can just summarize it. I mean, I mean, one, this is a dream sequence, none of it's real, and this is Harry trying to, or Harry's subconscious perhaps, trying to make sense of the pain of the loss and all that. Maybe all of this is futile anyway, but I mean, like the fact that she said, we both said a lot of things we were very young, sort of implies that things changed. Maybe they grew apart and she can't be with him anymore. And she's kind of in a state where nothing I say is going to win her back. It's going to just make everything more uncomfortable for both of them. Nevertheless, I mean, Rhetoric is making suggestions, so I don't know. Can we rely on Rhetoric? It has the pause bitterly, like it's sort of feels like there's some anger in this line, wanting to make it sting or something. Maybe I'll stick with the summary.
Okay, Harry. Okay, it was morning and you slept. The room smelled of cigarettes and Rowans. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left. It was autumn, the first one we had together. But you have to understand, it was 1,000,000 years ago. No.
It was autumn, the first one we had together. So, okay, so they weren't together that long then. Or they weren't together long at the time that she sent that letter. the letter that he held on to all the years they were together or something, maybe. Anyway.
It was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you, hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I'm no longer that person. This,
she points to herself,
has taken her place. It will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs, her breasts, her hips.
I was ... cool? Or can you turn back to the person you were? I can see her in you, under the gown and that wreath. Or Voyager Road. I know that place. Where is it? Or what now? What happens now? What is the next thing we talk about? Yeah, well, we can maybe as well go with the Voyager line, the Voyager Road line, just to see if I can get more information. At least, I guess.
It's here, Harry. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it, 300 meters from the stop. We used to come here to rent videos.
The house.
There. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, my parents' money, it was not good.
She points across the water into the darkness. Could not pay the electrical bill. Became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, my parents' money was not good. So despite, like, you know, the fact that he's, gainfully employed as a cop and all that, he wasn't making enough money to even pay the electrical bill?
Surely the alcohol didn't help either.
Was I... Were we drinking? Or... No, that's not it. It isn't super easy to quit drinking, and it has no effect on human relations of this kind. Super easy to quit drinking? I mean, that depends. I was sort of under the impression that he was, he became an alcoholic after she left, but what do I know? Were we drinking?
Everyone has a little glass of wine every now and then. I certainly do. It's a Queen Regnant thing. I don't think it was the alcohol. It was inevitability.
She looks at her toenails sticking out from under the gown. I was cool?
The coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants. Smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day. And you were. Some of it, at least. You were my first. My first kiss. My first time to have sex.
Pretty sure that option is given sarcastically? As in Harry is in denial if he's picking that one? What, the I was cool line?
The first and worst time I fell in love. I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand her standpoint in that. I mean, in like, if Harry was her first, like as you said, her first kiss, first person she had sex with, maybe the first person she fell in love with, like, It's easy to get carried away with those feelings, you know. And maybe she didn't realize the problems in the relationship, or like I said, maybe they just grew apart over time. Yeah, maybe she just generally got carried away with those feelings when she wrote about how much she valued him and would always come back to him, etc., etc. Maybe she gave all kinds of promises about wanting to stay with him forever, which without really understanding what she was promising, or really understanding what kind, what wide world there is out there, and what other people are like, and so on. But it's easy to quit drinking. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. Harry being in denial. That tracks. Anyway, a ticket stub. ...
Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin, the day we went east of the river, to the aquarium first. I was sad about my mother. I don't even know why. The shimmer of the fish tank on my face. The octopuses.
Octopi.
It was just a day then, but to think. Were we there now, you could touch my hair, kiss me. Talk to me about anything, go virtually anywhere in the world. Not like now. Now our interactions are limited to pain and regret.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pick us off because here, can't you turn back to the person you were? I can see her in you under the gown and that wreath.
And my crown of immortality? No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, the awful time we wound up having. And the cheap rental flats you could afford.
Okay. You're crying? The awful time we wound up having, the cheap rental flats you could afford? So what, he wasn't able to make enough money to support them? Is that part of the reason for leaving? I mean, there's throughout the whole game, in a lot of Harry's interactions, there is an air of I guess I'm gonna say toxic masculinity in the whole thing, like needing to feel like he's in charge, like the superstar and all that. I just kind of wonder about the line about him crying. Like maybe he's upset about not being able to support them, not being able to afford it.
Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again. I can only think that way about new people.
I can never think you're cool again. I can only think that way about new people.
You're a better man now. More level-headed. More normal.
We can get a nice place this time. I can provide for you. I was young and weak then, or it won't help anyway. I mean, it won't help anyway is probably the more realistic option, I mean, lines like this probably just drag it out and make it uncomfortable for everyone. When she's already made her decision.
No, it's too late. I found someone for whom I feel the same love I did for you.
Oh.
Only this time, he is more careful. He will not lose me. It will go somewhere. It will grow.
Only this time he is more careful, he will not lose me. We'll go somewhere, we'll go. That implies that, I don't know, something... Harry did something careless? That caused her to want to leave, perhaps?
Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny?
No, this is very funny. Ha ha ha. Or, yes, you are the least funny part about me. Or, what did you mean by grow? What did you mean by grow?
She smiles mysteriously, looking east, then turns her gaze back to you. The smile is gone.
I mean, you can select this option again, maybe pick the other options, but I'm just going to move on. What now? What happens now? What is the next thing we talk about?
Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again. If you do not feel like doing that, you should let me go to the aerodrome.
Mass murder. She's not really Dolores Day, is she? I mean, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I got the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
She looks at you quizzically. It does not seem like a mystery she wants to get into. You're the X something, or you're, point to your head, the morning. Or, on second thought, you're Dolores Day, Queen Regnant of the territories of Mundi and Insulinda, and nothing else, concluded. You're the X something?
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch. I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
And she keeps glancing over her shoulder nervously. I should have stayed down, or I should have gone even deeper to a place where I never met you because it's impossible to meet people in the abyss of the void. Okay. Or I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closure. I mean, I sure hope you're getting closure, Harry. I mean, it doesn't feel like you're getting closure. It feels more like you're rehashing old memories. Maybe saying the things you wish you had said, or hoping that things you did say will have more effect this time. What does I should have stayed down mean? What does that mean? Should have gone even deeper to a place where I never met you because it's possibly abyss of the void. I'm gonna go with I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closure, I guess.
I'm glad too, but I have to go. My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
What?
You know what is impolite? Consigning a lieutenant detective of the Revachol Citizens Militia to eternal damnation. Or, cool, your friends. Say hi to your friends to me, then. Or, this is so grotesque. Or, say nothing, just look at her. What's this authority check here? What? Cool, your friends say hi to your friends for me then, I guess?
I will.
She says, the evening wind blows in and the gown wraps around her like a white flag. Your ... point to your head, the morning? Perhaps he wishes he were unalive? Yeah, I mean, yeah, could be.
The morning? I don't understand.
No, morning with a U. How do I, how do I how do I know she's pronouncing it without the U? No, I meant mourning. I'm grieving, but you're not even dead. Yeah. I mean, there you go. That's the long and the short of it there. I'm grieving, but you're not even dead.
Oh my god, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the mourning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
She breathes out. It sounds more angry than a sigh. Yeah, Harry's wasn't he something like 50 or 60 or something? Well, we didn't actually determine his age. He there was a option to research age, but it didn't, I didn't opt for that one. Anyway, let's go with, on second thought, your Dolores Day, Queen Regnant of the territories of Mundia, Insula, and nothing else.
Yes, Harry, I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world.
She pulls up the silver...
God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
She pulls up the silver sleeve of her gown to check the time. Perhaps it's better if you don't kiss her, on the other hand. Content. I mean, exactly.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
I mean, it's still... Despite the fact that she keeps saying, I have to go, it's still coming back to this. Still 83% chance. I think I want to try this one first before I try doing the roll.
She doesn't know what to say.
I'm so effing normal right now.
Yes, okay. I'm glad.
I mean, what is this wall of text here? I mean, I'm a moralist. The other moralists almost took me away on their airship. I'm not broken, and I'm not a broken, insane man who can't live without you. I know I made mistakes, and I've taken full responsibility for all of them, so you can live with me again if you want to. I'm better now. Or, you're right, I'm not normal and shit. The other moralists almost took me away on their airship. I'm not a broken, insane man who can't live without you. I mean, again, this is more denial. Yeah, denial ain't just a river in Egypt. Haha, yeah. Basically, yeah, he's in denial, and basically this whole line is like all lies, basically. Like, so he is a broken, insane man who can't live without her. He doesn't acknowledge his mistakes. He hasn't taken full responsibility for them. And he isn't better now. What's this about the other moralists almost took me away on their airship? What's that about? The only airship we know about is the warship Archer that we talked to earlier. Tell you to walk away, but you're the one in charge of everything? Yeah. I don't know, this slide feels like it's trying too hard. Maybe it's better if I just go with the "you're right, I'm not normal and shit" line.
Do you know how much it hurts me to hear you say that? I'm shit, you made me shit. I can't do this anymore. I can't make you insane and shit anymore. I can't let you turn me into a bad person. I have to go.
Oof, she sounds downright angry. Yeah, okay. So he's putting a lot of blame on her, it sounds like, for the way things turned out, or the way he turned out.
Total annihilation. We got annihilated, Harry. You never had any power. You never were a moralist. Or anything. You can't even be insane or shit anymore. You have to be nothing. Nothing without the light and grace of love.
Okay, so I can say, but that's not a very good way for things to be, or I can just go for the kisser option, or I can call her a mass murderer, or I can say you're not even human, or I can just say don't go. Should I go for the kisser option? Well, I mean, this is a dream sequence. None of it's real anyway. So let's no. Yeah, it's probably a bad idea, but on the other hand, content. I'm going for it. Oh, this is probably going to be bad. She doesn't seem like she's in a kissing mood.
With your feet trembling from the steps you took, tepid and fearful, you stand against her, her body close to you, radiating warmth. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth.
Here's the thing about it being a dream sequence. You know how you don't really have any control over what's happening in a dream? It's a pretty low roll, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, I only succeeded because of the 83% chance. I think 5 was the minimum roll I needed for that, if I'm not mistaken. Or, yeah. But yes, that was a low roll. Yeah, I mean, realistically, for this sort of situation, going in for a kiss would probably be the wrong thing to do. Anyway.
She is not kissing you back.
Ouch. I succeeded, or I feel her breath, or her cheek against mine, or cold silver against my forehead, or squeeze her wrist, or move your mouth, or you're not kiss me back. And I mean, Diablo's line there's in the comments sort of implies that he would have gone for the kiss anyway, or maybe he's remembering, maybe he did go for a kiss when she actually did leave him. Maybe this is one of his regrets. Cold silver. I feel her breath.
Her chest rising like a pillow, warm exhalations against the side of your mouth, her tender soul moving through her lungs.
Her cheek against mine?
Feels like soft fuzz, a bird covered in down feathers, brushing against your broken capillaries. The world's most precious material, reserved for those she lets close enough to feel it. You are stealing a touch. It's not yours to take.
You are stealing a touch, it's not yours to take. Yeah. Cold silver against my forehead?
The delicate wreath on her forehead pressing into your temple. The silver is cold from the spring evening air.
But I succeeded, ... Is that more denial there? But succeeded in kissing her?
This was not about failure or success. This was always going to be horror. I should not have suggested it. And you should not have listened to me.
Ouch. Pull back. I mean, I don't know. Some of these options I've chosen so far gave me experience. I'm continuing to get experience even in the dream sequence. This is a super ugly and uncomfortable interaction here. I'm gonna go down the line and pick all the options anyway. Squeeze her wrist.
Her hand does not return the grip. Her body is rigid. A current of unease courses through it.
In reality, you're kissing Kuno. Yeah.
Distrust. For you. The curve of her spine, her shoulders hunched. She keeps herself stiff, her center guarded from your motions, unresponsive to your guidance.
Move your mouth.
Nothing, just pillows against you. Unresponsive, but for the taste of apricots.
You're not kissing me back.
The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours.
Or some random hobo, huh?
Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held onto her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there.
The expression. The thing about dreams is that you sometimes do things you would never do while awake, and sometimes things happen to you that you were never want. You would never want if you could control them, but that's what happens. It's would not work. Yeah. That's your subconscious for you, I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, considering how vivid the description of this moment is, it kind of gives me the impression that this is something he tried to do, though, when she left. Like, he thought that he could, I don't know, win her back if he just like kissed her one more time or something, and she was not having it. And like I just basically kind of hurt it even more.
Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
Ouch. You didn't kiss me back, or why didn't you kiss me back, or that's it then. I mean, the why seems kind of obvious at this point. She'd already made up her mind to leave, and he's dragging it out and making it more difficult for both of them. He didn't kiss you back, I guess.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and shakes her head.
I thought you would. I know you still love me. You can't not, or I just need to do that, I'm sorry, or say nothing. Stand there like a useless dildo? Again, there's that gender role thing again. I'm sorry. Shrug, maybe, no way to know for certain. I don't know. This is one of those things. I'm just kind of picking options mostly at random for the content and so on. I mean, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I would have, things would have been better if I picked the healthier options and so on, like not kissing her and just letting her go and so on. But I got experience for taking those other not good options, so I don't know. No, let's reload and find out. I mean, true. Maybe I'll pick the sorry cop option. I just need to do that, I'm sorry.
She shakes her head one more time. The evening wind rustles her hair, blowing old newspapers and fast food wrappings down the street.
I can ask her, why didn't you kiss me back?
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you.
Well, that's it then, I guess.
No, Harry. Not yet.
Oh?
There is one more thing you have to see.
She slides her hands down her chest and onto her lower stomach and smiles.
I'm pregnant.
Hmm. Is it mine or it's not mine? Or swallow? Not why did you do that to me? Anyway, is it mine?
Of course not.
She looks down at her belly, then up into your old eyes. No, I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you. Does that mean that this entire conversation happened long after she and Harry split up? That makes us even more uncomfortable. Like, I was under the impression that this entire conversation was their breakup conversation, but no. Is it mine? Of course not. And saying that she never, like, she did indicate that she was leaving to go be with, her other lover. So apparently, I mean, if it's his child, then they presumably done it together, and it's been happening for a long enough period of time for her to get pregnant and know she's pregnant. But yeah, pregnant with the other guy's child is like extra reason for her to want to get the heck away from Harry. He's being a bit of a toxic influence to her at this point. If they've, or I guess long past the point of being a toxic influence on her, if they've broken up long enough ago that, yeah, okay. We'll explain why she left. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Poverty-stricken fuck.
I terminated. Oh, she. Oh, see, okay. So she got pregnant with Harry, but aborted it. Okay. A poverty-stricken F word, so implying that she got the abortion because she knew they couldn't afford to have a child. Welp.
Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else.
She wipes her palms into the silk of her gown.
More questions. Ask more.
Is this thing gonna let me go through all of these? Like, I don't even have the option of telling her, okay, go then. Like, the last option on the list here is don't go. Anyway, I guess that's not a very good way for things to be.
It's not, but...
She looks at her feet, little golden sandals cover her toes. But what? Tell me there's something good, or that's it, or I have some other questions for I have some other questions for you. Entering cop mode. I have questions for you. Anyway, but what? Tell me there's something good.
I don't know why I said but. There is no but.
Oof. It's not a good way for things to be. It's not. That's it?
That's it, yes. We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it, just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
She looks up from her toes. So you say. I mean, if Harry had some healthy way of dealing with his feelings, maybe he would have gotten over. I mean, we don't really have a clear idea of the timeline on this. How long ago did this conversation happen?
Where in hell? Stop. You're only making it worse for him. You never help with anything.
Is Volition and Rhetoric arguing with each other here? Good for me where? In effing hell? Or I'm not getting over it at all? Or you're right, I don't even remember who you are anymore, haha. Or maybe, I think I've reached the end of the investigation. Investigation? I guess I'll go with I'm not getting over it at all.
It just takes some time. For you, I think it will take something like 20 years, maybe?
Ouch.
It was hard for me too, you know. I used to think I couldn't live without you.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her irises are light blue, flecked with green.
But I can.
20 years? That's so much time. Or so you felt that way once, that you cannot live without me. Or it doesn't have to be like this. Maybe we could try again? Or okay then. Super okay. Still have other things I need to know. 20 years? That's so much time.
Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Phew.
She smiles and wipes her brow in relief. So you felt that way once, that you can't live without me?
Yes. But that time is gone now. So very gone.
Doesn't have to be like this. Maybe we could try again. I mean, the fact that, okay, like we've sort of established now, she's been seeing someone else for months at this point, and she's pregnant with his child. Saying we can try again is like epic levels of denial. Let's go with okay then, super okay. I still have other things I need to know.
What other things? We've been through all the things, Harry.
I mean, yeah, there really is nothing else to talk about at this point. Mass murder, or you're not even human, or don't go. Is this thing gonna make me choose everything here? You say run, walk away. There is no walk away option. Like, there's nothing for me to click on or do. It's just the options over here. What happens if I say don't go?
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30. I'm gonna go now.
Your fingers wrap around the bag handle. Yep, you don't get to do that. Yeah. Color mass murder? Oh, I might have...
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
Okay, that's interesting. That the line that just played audio seems to fit the circumstances better, but this says over here, you have sworn a holy oath, Harry. She herself begs you to not let her go. That's a very different sentiment. Wait, can't we sit down and have a coffee first? There's a cafeteria on the corner, point east. Or, hold on, what is there to do in Morova? Or, I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me, you asked me to be this way. Ooh. That, if that's true, that's, oh, that makes everything so much worse. But like I said, I mean, she was in a state of young love. You know, the first person that she'd been with, and like she may have, you know, been in that like, I don't know, love drunk state where she said, hey, you know, if I ever leave you, you're gonna fight for me to hold on to me, right? You know, you have to play out the scene over and over, trying out different things. Maybe if I had said this instead, maybe there was some way to have done it differently. If I'd been more aggressive, I'd been more charismatic. None of it matters anymore. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the long and the short of it. It's like it was basically inevitable that she was going to leave. Like, she'd already, like, I mean, she'd already long made up her mind about leaving. Okay, I understand not silently like a martyr, or... No, actually, wait, I need to see my list again. I'm sorry, where's my list? Wait, my list? I sprout coffee, then release her? Yeah. I'm kind of leaning towards this option here. I know I'm dragging it out, but, you know, content. I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me. You asked me to be this way.
That was someone else.
Hmm.
I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it.
Hmm.
And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
She turns. All I can say is thank God I never had dreams like this. If I couldn't escape it in my sleep, I probably would have turned to drinking too, and that's all I'll say about that. Oof. I'm sorry to hear that, Diablo Graves. That does sound rough. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I've years ago things are better now. Okay, that's good. I've been in that state too. I mean, I can think back to my own past loves who, you know, left for one reason or another, and it's how do I put it? As somebody said, like, I don't know. It's like it is really tempting to do all of this bargaining stuff, you know, all of this, like, you know, what if I did this? What if I did that? What if I tried a different tact or whatever? You know, like what about that stuff you said? What about you know, what about when you swore you'd never leave me, or what about when you told me I should fight for you, or, you know, all of this sort of stuff. And yeah, it's really tempting to do all that stuff, but sometimes, you know, people are in the state that quote unquote Dolores is in here, and that she's like she's past all that. Like, she's long past the point where she's made up her mind, and she's like, no matter what you say, she's gonna go. Like, there's not, like, it's like she said herself, like, we've already said it, we've already talked about this many times, like, we've rehashed this over and over again. It's not like rehashing it again is going to change things, you know. Like, it's just like asking these questions about, well, what about this, what about that, you know. It's just dragging things out and making it more painful. You know, more painful for Harry asking the questions, and also more painful for her. I mean, as much as she's saying, you know, I have to go, you're not good for me. Like, I'm sure she does still have, like, she's not a monster. She's not inhuman. She knows that he's hurting, and she doesn't want to hurt him. She's just in that, like, I have to pull this band-aid off fast kind of state, you know. Like, she's like, this goodbye is very painful, and I need to get it over with, you know. Like, she knows, yeah, like, she knows she's hurting him. It's not like she's indifferent to the fact that he's hurting. It's that she knows that the longer this goodbye is dragged out, the worse it's going to be for him, the worse it's going to be for both of them, really. because she knows the goodbye has to happen regardless. But yeah, there's someone said to me, like the way she put it was something like what's the point of asking those questions? Like it's like you're it's like why asking someone why are you hurting me when they're gonna hurt you anyway? Like what does that like, even if those questions can be answered, like what how does it benefit you, you know? Like it just you know what I mean? Like it kind of just makes it hurt more. I don't know. I mean, I can see both sides of that that issue, that question. Like, I've been in the state of wanting to do all that bargaining and ask those questions, and like, yeah, well, I want to try. I mean, I thought we were going to try. We were going to try to work things out and figure out how to make it work. But I can also, you know, see the other side of it of like already reached the conclusion of no, like no, really, we have to part, and it's all those questions are not just pointless, but they're actually detrimental. But yeah, I don't know. Figuring out how to reach some measure of closure, that's the tough part in all that. Like how do you come to peace with that feeling, with those feelings? I don't know. It's tough. It's I can definitely see how it can take years to get over that. Like you want, like having that feeling of wanting / needing the, I don't know, that the feeling of wanting to do something about it, the feeling of wanting to feel like you tried, I guess, and like rehashing all these conversations, even though they're so old and it's so pointless, because it's not like rehashing the conversation is going to change anything. Like rehashing it in your mind, as Harry is doing here in his dream. But yeah, I don't know. I think I am not by any means a poster child for what's the healthiest way to deal with those sorts of feelings. But I have my own theories, I guess you could say. I have my own ideas that I think it comes to like you have to figure out how to move on. You have to figure out what you're supposed to learn from that experience. Supposed to learn from it. And it's really easy to fall into bitter, self-destructive feelings like, oh, does this mean I'm supposed to not trust anyone anymore? They say they're going to stay with you and yada yada yada, but they're going to betray you, yada yada. I mean, betray, betrayal is the word that Harry used in reference to her. And yeah, I don't know. Like thinking back over my past, massive air quotes, failed relationships. I mean, failed puts a negative connotation on it. You don't have to consider it as like a failed thing. I mean, it's like it didn't work out. I mean, it would just because. I mean, I'm going off on massive tangents and tangents here. I mean, just because the breakup happened doesn't necessarily you have to consider it a failure. Massive air quotes, like. Like sometimes the breakup is the right thing to do. You know, like if things weren't going to work, then I mean, you know, excuse me. I mean, like both people have to be happy in the relationship. Like if it wasn't going to work, then maybe the breakup was the right thing to do, and maybe the breakup is progress on the way to finding the right person for you. You know. As difficult as it is to let go of people in some cases, because the thing is, at some point, it's like if the other person has decided they can't be in a relationship with you, and you're still holding on to them anyway, or trying to hold on to them, at some point it stops being about the other person, and it starts, and it's more like you're trying to hold on to the idea of a relationship, you know? Like you're trying to, what am I trying to say here? I wish my brain wasn't so fried and I could form thoughts better. Excuse me. Oh, it's rather late. It's 3 a.m. Yikes. Shoot. Frig, what was I saying? I completely derailed my train of thought there. Maybe I should hit the clip button and play myself back so I can jog my memory. What was I talking about? I actually got to go to bed because in the morning we'll have to watch the rest of this at a lot. That's fair enough. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did, Diablo. Thanks for yeah. I'll try to finish my thought here. I'm afraid of hitting the clip button. It's gonna crash something. As it does sometimes. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to finish what I was saying though. If I can just remember what I was saying. Jog my memory. What was I talking about? Maybe a person has decided they can't be in a relationship with you, and you're still holding on to them anyway, or trying to hold on to them. Increase speed. At some point, it stops being about the person, and it's more like you're trying to hold on to the idea of a relationship. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember what I was saying. Yeah. No. The idea of the relationship, I have, okay, as an example, I have a past girlfriend who, did the connection break? Is connection unstable, poor network connection detected. Is this thing working? Check. Is this thing on? I suspected that was going to happen. Is this thing on? Check. It didn't have the usual pop-up saying OBS is connected, but the session restarted. It's working now? Is the stream terminated? Yeah. I had a feeling it was going to happen when I clicked the clip button, but I wanted to jog my memory about what I was talking about. But anyway, right. Okay, so yeah, I do have a past girlfriend who had an obsession with the idea of normalcy, of being normal, and that bled into a lot of things in her life, and that's it's a product of, I'm going to say, a really rough upbringing, and a lot of things going wrong in her life. But she wants some normalcy, some stability, and has some hyper specific ideas about what is normal, and that includes like being in a relationship on the way to marriage or whatever. Which, hey, I can relate to that because I had a bit of a conservative upbringing and had a head full of those sorts of ideas at one time in my life too. As for part 35A, 35B for her, yeah. It's for the rant afterwards, hahaha, yeah. I'm just gonna upload it as one episode when I upload to YouTube. But yeah. Excuse me. What am I trying to say here? Yeah, some hyper-specific ideas of normalcy and like I think deep down she knew that like we weren't right for each other, but she had moments of wanting to try to hold on to it anyway. But I don't want to give specific examples and not like to dox anyone or anything. But it sort of comes back to the that notion that I think it felt like she wanted more the idea of a relationship than she wanted me, and I think maybe part of what makes it hard to let go of relationships in the circumstances are that feeling of I don't know, that feeling I failed, that feeling of I failed to get this important thing, this relationship, this thing I'm supposed to have to be complete in my life or whatever. And like, it doesn't have to be like that. Like I said, like if the relationship, like the relationship needs both people participating in order for it to work, and like if one of them wants to break up, like no amount of holding on to it from the other person is going to make it work. And frankly, just delaying the inevitable. Takes two to tango, as the saying goes. Yeah. What am I trying to say here? Yeah, I don't know what's the best way to approach it. I mean, it's like logically, I want to say, okay, hey, observing this situation from a purely rational, unemotional perspective makes most sense to just let the other person go and forget about them. But like emotionally, that's a tall order. That's hard to do. And like I don't know, maybe ideally you could talk things out in a rational manner and realize, hey, this isn't working out, and have a mutually amicable split, and both have the agreement of, yeah, this isn't working, and I don't bear you any ill will or anything. All the best to you. Hopefully, we can still be friends, and this can you can still you know, wish each other well in other future relationships or with other people or whatever. But yeah, once emotions get in the way, especially if it's not amicable and one person isn't willing to let the relationship go, things can get ugly and drag it out for years. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I can see that there's some ideal way, maybe, but it requires a lot of factors which you really can't count on. And sometimes the breakups are just ugly and painful, and there is no closure. There's no easily seen closure to be had, you know? There's no easy solution which makes you go, oh, and therefore this is what I'll do in the future to make sure this doesn't happen again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no clear answer. And it just sort of leaves you grasping, wondering, like, what am I supposed to do now, you know? Hell, I mean, like, even in clear-cut cases where, like, someone is actively hurting you in the relationship and you realize that, yeah, wow, I really need to get away from this person, even then sometimes it's emotionally painful and difficult to let them go, you know? Because there's a sense of comfort in having that person with you, and again, it's that seeking like sense of normalcy. That's just or the sense of like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, being in a relationship, or getting on the way to marriage or whatever, having a family, is what I'm quote unquote supposed to do in order to be successful. I have to do this thing in order to not feel like a failure. Yeah, you just really need to. I think you need to, like, shift your paradigm, shift your perspective, and realize that, hey, a breakup doesn't have to be seen as a failure. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. I don't know. It's a different way of thinking, and it's tough to wrap your head around. And I'm not saying it's easy at all. Like, really not at all. I struggle with, like, I as much as I'm going on this long rambling rant of a tangent, I do want to try to put some kind of positive message or positive, constructive advice out into the world. It's like, I mean, it's hard to come up with some, because it's like, yeah, I mean, no matter how you slice it, I have to acknowledge that, yep, that's rough, all right. Yep, that's painful, all right. Yep, that's yeah, that's difficult, all right. Yep. I mean, really, as the saying goes, time heals all wounds. Sometimes you just have to give it time. And sometimes it really sucks in the moment that it's happening, but you just have to, treat it as like life goes on, and find stuff to distract yourself, like, get a new hobby, or talk to friends, or put yourself into your work, or whatever it is you need to do to distract yourself from the pain. Because kind of the worst thing you can do is just, like, sit at home alone by yourself with your thoughts and let those negative thoughts go round and round in your head. I mean, I've talked extensively a bazillion times about the effects of depression, that feedback loop in your head, thoughts and feelings reinforce themselves. You need to break that cycle. You need to find something else to do, something else to focus on until the worst of those feelings pass. That's sort of a short-term band-aid solution. Long-term, you need to find some way to have some kind of closure in your mind, I guess. I say I guess because, again, I can't claim to be an authority on what's the best way to approach relationships and so on. It's just, yeah, I guess the long and the short of it is breakups suck. That's what it comes down to. Breakups suck. Breakups that don't suck, that are purely amicable, and you both come to the realization that, yeah, this is not working, see you later. Those are the exception, not the rule. Those are uncommon, I'm gonna say. I might go as far to say they're rare. Most of the time, it's painful on one side or both sides. And they're just difficult. They're difficult to deal with. I don't know. Maybe amicable breakups aren't as rare as I think. Maybe it's just, I don't know. It just so happens I'm dealing with some of this in Turquoise. Random shameless plug. But I probably shouldn't say that. It might be spoilers. Well, it's not that. But this sort of topic is dealt with in there. In my DDLC mod that I'm writing. Well, I've written it. It's getting very close to being ready for release. I'm waiting on some art pieces, and I need to find some more music. And there's some coding things I need to do in there. It generally needs some polish, but it's all written, it's all coded in, all the posing expressions and so on. I'm really looking forward to releasing that. That'll be good. Yeah. On that note, I should probably move on, but before I do that, I am going to use the washroom. Yeah, so unfortunately, I looks like I lost half my audience when the OBS crashed. Oh well. Anyway, I'll be right back. And I'm back again. Okay, after that long rambling breakup slash, relationship and rant talk thing. Anyway, okay, where were we? That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight. She turns. Betrayed her, overwrote her. Like, yeah, like I said before, Harry did use the word betrayal earlier. This makes you think that, maybe she was the one that brought the idea of betrayal into the conversation. I can say no, ... or will we ever see each other again? Let's go with the second option, I guess.
I won't see you, but you will see me.
Oh? How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
Huh. I was kind of wondering if we were going to establish a timeline. But apparently not. Like, even the dream version of her is like, who knows how long ago this was. I mean, didn't she say that she was 32? And didn't we establish that he was like around 50 maybe? And I also know, I mean, I didn't learn it in this run, but as I said, in watching Luality's playthrough, the headlight on the ledger thing uncovers the fact that Harry's been on the Force for 18 years. So if they were both the same age, 32, and he's 50 now, then this could have been quite a long time ago. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they also established that the Luality thing I mentioned, it also established that RCM officers don't make a lot of money. Was he a cop at the time that he knew her? I don't think we actually know that. But yeah, I don't know. The driving point seems to be that this happened a long time ago, and he still hasn't figured out how to deal with it. Although, I don't know. Like, the bit that I missed that Luality uncovered did express that Harry had an unusually high caseload and solved a lot of cases, and he was good at his job at one time. And as much as the other officers treat him as like a laughingstock now, like there's an impression that he wasn't always like that. Like maybe before she left, he was like just really into it and really good at his job. And but yeah, this line here, "I won't see you, but you will see me." I was just thinking, like, I have a feeling that's not what she actually said, and that this is the dream version of her saying, "You're gonna see me in your dreams," kind of thing. Anyway, how will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental.
Once the stream starts happening, it keeps happening 3 times a week. Is this implying that he hasn't had this dream in a while, but when he was having it regularly, it was happening 3 times a week? Oh.
I'm suffocatingly beautiful and young, and I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum, like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness, after leaving you the first time, so long ago.
Asked for you for forgiveness after leaving you the first time so long ago. Okay, so she tried to leave him multiple times, at least twice. So that's another wrinkle in how difficult this this departure was. You know, like it's we can sort of infer from this, at one point she did realize that the relationship wasn't good for her and she left, but then asked for forgiveness for leaving, and that is probably where the whole conversation occurred that, where was it? I might have scrolled off the top there. Here it is. I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me. You asked me to be this way. I have a feeling that after she left the first time and then came back, she probably told him, if I ever leave you again, please be this way, this way, and don't let me leave. But that's contributes to all the difficulty here. Oh well. This is intolerably bad, or I like this. Does he actually like this? Does he actually like seeing her again, even though it's seeing her again like this in this dream state, even though it's a painful memory? I think this is another one of those Rorschach test bobas. This is where the game is going to judge me for my choice. Do I say this is intolerably bad, or do I say I like this? I'm going to go with this is intolerably bad.
Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death, or war, or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry.
Ouch.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. As in, see you in your dreams tomorrow when you have this same nightmare again. Lovely. Okay, so I guess he's waking up now. And there's Kuno again.
Oh, there, man. You've been squealing and thrashing around. Crazy. And now you're bleeding too? Again? Yeah.
He stares in awe at the streaks of blood covering your body. Time's 13:39, day 7. It was indeed 1 hour. 1 in-game hour. I'm fine, really. Try to cover up the blood seeping out with your hands? I'm super mega fine. Or... Kuno, I had this shake your head effing dream. Oh great, are we going to try to open up to this 12-year-old kid now? I couldn't even open up to Lieutenant Kim about this. Do you want to just brush it off, or do you want to talk about it? Let's try talking about it. Kuno, I had this effing dream.
Yeah, Kuno saw that. A nightmare about bitches.
How'd you know? Or just grunt in pain. How did you know?
Kuno knows that shit. All the worst dreams are about bitches. You wouldn't believe the shit Kuno sees about C.
Oh really?
It's not good. This C in his dreams.
C as in Kuno S?
Now let's get this shit back on the road, yo. Just make sure you don't die. Kuno's no fucking mortician.
He glances at your blood-covered hands. Welp, How's the Thought Cabinet doing? Still working on the insulin miracle? Yeah. Cool. Anyway, oh yeah, done objective. I delivered the gift to Dolores Day. Got a pile of experience from that, so that's kind of neat. This is probably a good time to save and wrap this up. It's 3.5 hours into this thing. Yeah, so much for epilogue or whatever. I thought that I was at the like after the shootout. I thought I was going to be at the end of the game or something. You know, it was just going to be denouement, but like nope. Still have the rest of the stuff that I was supposed to do before the shootout, I guess. Just gonna take a peek, see if there's anyone worth raiding. Probably not. I mean, it's a weird time to be doing this. So yeah, never mind that then. Yeah, okay. Wasn't expecting this to go into a deep psychological dive and you know, Harry's past and relationship and all that. Yeah. It makes me wonder, like, what would have happened if I passed that pain threshold check? Or what would have happened if I had said, no, just soldier on and don't bother resting? Would the dream sequence come later, or I don't know. In any case, I guess that's it for this episode. Yeah, still apparently a lot to do. You can continue exploring the island and stuff, so you can find the supposed site of the bullet trace and so on. Like once I've done that, the red thread from Classia sort of indicated that at the very least she thought that the shot came from the islet. So I have a feeling I'm going to find something of significance here. So like maybe looking for the boardwalk bullet traces is going to turn out to be irrelevant anyway. It's still weird that like why would the game be designed that way that you can't find what you're looking for there? Like it directs you to go there. It just feels like it directs you to waste a whole lot of time doing nothing for something you can't find. Odd design choice. Like why even list the boardwalk as a viable possible shooting location if there's a chance you can't find it anyway? You're just going to make your players waste time and just get people frustrated for no reason. If the islet shooting location is the one you're supposed to go to anyway. I don't know, weird design choice. I mean, not setting aside the possibility that it's probably just a bug anyway, for all I know. Anyway, but yeah, that's it for today. Until next time.